Hello and good morning all. Today I'm going to take a concept called as solving a quadratic equation by completing the square method. Okay? Solving a quadratic equation by completing the square method. Okay? The other day we saw how to solve a quadratic equation by factorization, right? So today completing the square method. So some students had doubts regarding this. क्या करना है, कैसा सॉल्व करना है इसको, तो वो देखेंगे अभी. We will see how to solve it. I have taken one equation, x squared plus x minus 20 equal to 0. We'll first see the steps. What are the steps involved? Right? So first thing to do is keep the terms of x or y or m, whatever given, on the left hand side. Minus 20 on the right hand side goes as 20. Clear? This is the equation 1. Call it as equation 1. Okay. फिर बाद में क्या करना है, you have to find out some number k such that x k यहाँ पे add करना है. So after adding k over here, you should get a perfect square on the right hand side. That is the reason that it is called as completing the square method. Okay, I am repeating. X squared plus x on the left hand side, take minus 20 on the right hand side, it goes as 20. To find a number k such that k यहाँ पे add करो, and let us suppose that it comes as x plus a bracket squared to get a perfect square. अब ये perfect square कैसा आएगा थोड़ी देर बाद आने वाला है वो. You are going to get a bracket square. Let's see how to find the value of k now. Simple. So you have followed this. Okay. In every problem you have to equate to x plus a bracket square. वो equate करना ही है. So अभी क्या है, x squared plus x plus k equal to, expand this, a plus b bracket squared, x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. यहाँ पे सिली मिस्टेक क्या हो सकती है बोलो? हाँ, ये सिली मिस्टेक हो सकती है. डोंट एक्सपांड दिस एज एक्स स्क्वायर्ड प्लस ए स्क्वायर्ड, ए प्लस बी ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर्ड, ए स्क्वायर्ड प्लस 2ab प्लस बी स्क्वायर्ड. ध्यान में रखो, नो सिली मिस्टेक्स, राइट? ओके. तो ये होने के बाद हाउ डू यू कंपेयर? कंपेयर कैसा करना है? सो यू कैन सी हियर एक्स स्क्वायर्ड इक्वल टू एक्स स्क्वायर्ड, फॉरगेट अबाउट दैट. यहां x के सामने क्या है? यू हैव 2a. यहां x के सामने क्या है? 1. If nothing is there, 1 is there, not 0. If 0 was there, this term would go 1 है. So you get 2a equal to 1 by comparison. 2a equal to 1. Okay, that means a equal to 1 by 2. a की वैल्यू आ गई, a equal to 1 by 2, right? फर्स्ट कंपैरिजन से ये मिल गया. सेकंड कंपैरिजन करो, a squared equal to k. A squared equal to k is the second equation. Okay, I have written over here a squared equal to k, right? समझ में आया? So after expanding this, you equate 2a equal to 1. हर एक प्रॉब्लम में 2a equal to 1 नहीं आएगा. It will keep on changing, right? Depending on the problem. Sometimes you can get 2a equal to 4 also. So after getting the value, लेकिन 2a आने ही वाला है लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में. So 2a equal to 1 means a equal to 1 by 2. You get the value of a. Now second equation, direct comparison, a squared equal to k. तो ये equation 3 मैंने बोली है. So just put the value of a in this equation now. We got a as 1 by 2. Just put that value over here. 1 by 2 bracket squared equal to k. So k equal to 1 by 4. Okay, k equal to 1 by 4. That is how you get the value of k. So first you get the value of a. Then in all sums you are going to get a squared equal to k. प्रत्येक in all problems. So 1 by 2 bracket squared means k equal to 1 by 4. Clear? Now after getting this value of k, in some cases, in some problems you might get k equal to 3 by 4. It will keep on changing, right? So that is how we get the value of k. k की value आने के बाद add that value to both sides of equation 1. Now comes equation 1 back again here. तो equation 1 क्या है? ये है. वहाँ पे substitute both sides. X squared plus x plus 1 by 4 is equal to 20 plus 1 by 4. Right? Now, how do you solve this? 20 plus 1 by 4. The other day I told you how to find the LCM and simplify. Okay? So 4 is the LCM. 20 into 4 plus 1. 20 into 4 is 80 plus 1, 81 upon 4. This remains as it is. So क्या किया है? First we got a, then we got k by squaring a. सिर्फ स्क्वायर करना है. इसका स्क्वायर किया तो k मिल गया. k मिलने के बाद add k to both sides of equation 1. Right hand side you get 81 upon 4. Left hand side को क्या आता है? This is a perfect square. Okay. How do you write that perfect square? Simple. I'll tell you a shortcut method. Square root of x squared x. If you have a plus sign, put plus sign here. यहाँ पे माइनस है तो माइनस. 1 by 4 का स्क्वायर रूट 1 by 2 एंड ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर. सो ये जो स्टार्टिंग में किया था x plus a ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर, ये यहाँ पे आ गया. That is the reason it is called as completing the square method. Okay. So x plus a bracket squared means here you are getting x plus 1 by 2 bracket squared. If you expand this, a plus b bracket squared, अगर formula use किया, if you call this as a and this as b, if you expand this, you will get back this. तो यहाँ से we go one step down, that is square root of x squared is x, square root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. This plus sign has to be kept as it is. Take a perfect square. After finding the LCM, you get as 81 upon 4 on the RHS. Right? Clear? Till here? Okay. Now, after getting a perfect square, क्या करते हैं हम लोग? We want to take square roots on both sides. Okay? So, taking square roots on both sides now. दोनों जगह पे square root लिया. Square root of this, I'll just show you here. See. Square root of this and square root of this. अगर ऐसा लिया तो क्या आता है बाद में? When you take the square root of this, square and root goes, only x plus 1 by 2 remains, and right hand side root of 81 upon 4 वो निकालना है हमको. Root of 81 upon 4. Okay. So अभी I just rub this. I just showed you. Okay. So directly I have written, taking squares on both sides, x plus 1 by 2 and root of 81 upon 4. Now root of 81 upon 4, square root of 81 is 9, square root of 4 is 2. So you get plus or minus 9 by 2. Remember, square root is always plus or minus. Okay? Plus or minus 9 by 2. Clear? तो अभी क्या करना है? हाफ की वैल्यू यहां पे ट्रांसफर कर रहा हूं मैं. आई एम कीपिंग x on the left hand side, transferring half on the right hand side, which goes as minus half. So minus half plus or minus 9 by 2. Plus half becomes minus half. Now simplify this. 2 is the common LCM. When you get a common LCM, it is easier to simplify. Just add the numbers. Minus 1 plus or minus 9 directly. We have seen the concepts of LCM. That is the reason that I took the concepts of LCM earlier. Now minus 1 plus 9 upon 2. Take the plus sign and take the minus sign. Or x equal to minus 1 minus 9 upon 2. So x equal to 9 minus 1 is 8 upon 2. Or x equal to minus 10 upon 2. So x equal to 4 or x equal to minus 5 is the answer. हाँ, पहले मैंने रिपीट किया है that whenever you get such a thing, just because the term begins with a negative sign, the answer is not negative. सोच लो proper. 9 minus 1 is 8, not minus 8. Okay? So such small things you have to remember. So these are the roots of the equation. Plus 4 or minus 5. इसको roots of the equation बोलते हैं. Clear? This was the first sum. Right? So पहले you can listen to the video, see the video, then you can try to solve. Steps are there in front of you. While listening the second time, you keep a pen with you and start writing. Okay. We'll solve one more problem for completing the square. अभी ये लिया है देखो 5x squared equal to 4x plus 7. ये सॉल्व करनी है completing the square method. What is the first step? Terms of x on one side. 5x squared minus 4x equal to 7. Now an important step has to be done over here. Coefficient of x squared should be 1. यहाँ पे कैसा 1 already है, यानी no number should be present in front of x squared. x squared के सामने number नहीं चाहिए in order to make the problem simpler and to use the formula, right? So because 5 is present in front of x squared, divide each term by 5. ये नंबर रिमूव करना है, इसमें कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. It was already x squared over here, but here we are dividing each term by 5. So when you divide each term by 5, यहाँ से 5 गया. Actually ऐसा होता है, when you divide by 5, 5 gets cancelled. यहाँ पे minus 4 by 5. Divide this also by 5. Right hand side also by 5. Okay, that's the rule of maths. You have to divide everywhere. सिर्फ एक जगह पे नहीं divide कर सकते. Okay? Clear? So we get this after dividing each term by 5. Now that becomes our equation 1. Like we had got over here. लेकिन यहाँ पे fraction नहीं आया. Okay, because we felt no need to divide. Okay, so this is the equation 1. अभी equation 1 में look at the earlier sum. क्या लिखा है? To find a number k such that I am following the same steps now. Okay. So if you want to write with me, you can write with me. ये problem अभी change हो गया है. ओके, तो ये स्टेप के बाद क्या है? टू फाइंड अ नंबर k सच दैट x स्क्वायर्ड प्लस x प्लस k was in the earlier sum. What do we get over here? X squared minus 4 by 5x plus k, because that is the left hand side over here. Clear? Is equal to x plus a bracket square. Now यहाँ पे माइनस साइन है तो यहाँ पे माइनस लेना है ऐसा कुछ नहीं, बिकॉज फाइनली स्क्वायर करने के बाद इट इज गोइंग टू बी पॉजिटिव. ओके, सो यू कैन कंपेयर विथ x प्लस a ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर इटसेल्फ. ठीक है, चलो अभी व्हाट डू वी गेट? अभी a की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है. सो ये एक्सपांड करना है. ये तो हमेशा आता ही है, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 2ax प्लस a स्क्वायर. हाउ डिड वी कंपेयर? x के सामने क्या है? What is in front of x? Minus 4 by 5. So how do you compare? 2a equal to minus 4 by 5. In the earlier sum we had got 2a equal to 1. Okay, same mechanical method, right? 2a equal to minus 4 by 5. पहले a की वैल्यू देखेंगे कितनी. So a comes below. Multiplication है ना, so it comes in the denominator. a की वैल्यू आ गई, a equal to minus 2 by 5, right? So I hope you can see over there. If not, I'll write further again in the numerator. So you get the value of a as minus 2 by 5. यहाँ पे लिख लो. a की वैल्यू मिल गई, राइट? अभी a की वैल्यू मिलने के बाद व्हाट इज द सेकंड इक्वेशन? ऑब्जर्व, ए स्क्वायर डायरेक्ट कंपेयर करना है. ए स्क्वायर इक्वल टू के डायरेक्ट. एज आई टोल्ड यू, हर सम में ए स्क्वायर इक्वल टू के आने वाला है. सो आफ्टर गेटिंग ए स्क्वायर इक्वल टू के, व्हाट डू यू डू? Substitute value of a. Just you have to square here. Put the value of a here. See. a की वैल्यू सिर्फ यहाँ पे डाल दो. minus 2 by 5 square. Equal to k. So minus 2 by 5 squared is, square of a negative number is positive. 4 upon 25. Okay. Square of minus 2 is plus 4. 4 upon 25. Now what is the change? Instead of the earlier sum, k was 1 by 4 in the earlier sum. Now it is 4 by 25. So this new number, value of k, we are going to add to both sides of equation 1. यहाँ पे add 4 by 25 to both sides of equation 1. चलो पेन पेंसिल लिखा है, ले के बैठे हो तो ट्राई, नोटबुक में लिखो, जस्ट ट्राई इट आउट. गो अहेड, add 4 by 25 to both sides. क्या आता है देखो. किया, देखो स्टेप्स. x squared minus 4 by 5x plus 4 by 25 right hand side 7 by 5 plus 4 by 25. दोनों तरफ ऐड करना है, ध्यान में रखो, दोनों तरफ ऐड करना है. क्लियर? नाउ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर कैसा होता है? सिंपल. स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर्ड इज एक्स. If you get a minus sign here, take a minus sign here. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 25 is 5. हो गया perfect square. What is the reason? मैंने reason बोला है. If you use the formula a minus b bracket squared, which you have learnt in the 9th standard, you will go back to this. LCM का यूज वापस यहाँ पे देखो, हर एक प्रॉब्लम में आता है. 5 is a factor of 25, so the LCM is 25. Okay? So LCM 25 आने के बाद go to the first fraction. Denominator देखो first fraction का. 5 into how much is 25? 5 into 5 is 25. So 7 into 5 करना है. Okay? 7 into 5. So 7 into 5 gives you 35. Go to the next fraction. 25 into 1 is 25. So 4 into 1 is 4. समझे? LCM. So what have we got? $39 by 25. Okay, 39 by 25. तो क्या करना है बोलो अभी? You got a perfect square. Think over. What do you get after getting a perfect square? Taking square roots on both sides. Okay, you have to get rid of this square sign. So taking square roots on both sides. जल्दी जल्दी square root ले लो. Take the square roots on both sides. So when you take the square roots on both sides, what do you get? X minus 2 by 5. स्क्वायर गया, स्क्वायर रूट ले रहे हैं ना. राइट हैंड साइड रूट ऑफ 39 अपॉन 25. रूट ऑफ 39 अपॉन 25. सो एक्चुअली स्क्वायर रूट लेंगे अभी. So while taking square root, you have to take the plus or minus sign. Root 39 remains as it is. Square root of 25 is 5. Okay? Root 39 we don't know, can't help it. You have to keep it as it is. लिख लो फटाफट. Okay, now take minus 2 by 5 on the RHS. So it becomes 2 by 5. Minus 2 by 5 यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर किया तो it becomes 2 by 5. Clear? Now take the LCM. दोनों जगह पे 5 है. Common LCM is 5. Whenever there is a common LCM, you just have to add. दोनों न्यूमरेटर्स ऐड करो. Clear? Now just separate out plus sign and minus sign and get two answers. So what do you get? X is equal to 2 plus root 39 upon 5, or x is equal to 2 minus root 39 upon 5. These are the roots. Okay, these are the two roots. Quadratic equation, and you should get two answers. So you are getting two answers, right? So this is called as completing the square method. Quite simple. Practice these sums. First we have seen the factorization method. So always compare with x plus a bracket squared. पहले a की वैल्यू, बाद में k की वैल्यू कैसी मिलती है, इसका स्क्वायर करना है बस. k की वैल्यू मिल गई. Okay, and then add the value of k to both sides of equation 1 and solve. Right? Okay, now we'll see the last method called as formula method. Okay, it is the simplest method because you just have to use the formula, but a very useful method because there are certain equations which cannot be factorized by the usual way, by splitting up the middle term. In that case, formula method is quite simple to use. Please write down formula method, लिख लो. Okay, so let us see about the formula method. I'm taking one problem from the textbook. I'll take a problem which was asked in one board exam. लिख लो 5m squared minus 4m minus 2 equal to 0. ओके, क्या करना है अभी? फॉर्मूला मेथड का यूज देखो कैसा है. आई ट्राई एंड फैक्टराइज फर्स्ट. 5 into minus 2 minus 10. I'm trying out the factorizing method. इसके दो फैक्टर्स लेने. फर्स्ट फैक्टर इज plus 10 minus 1 because 10 into minus 1 is minus 10. We have seen this factorization method earlier. पहले we have solved certain problems. So let us add 10 minus 1 is 9. यहाँ पे minus 4 है. So these factors won't do. Try something else. Let us try 5 and minus 2 itself. Sometimes यही factors मिलते हैं. 5 into minus 2 is minus 10. 5 minus 2 is 3. यहाँ पे क्या है? Minus 4 है. So it is clear that we cannot factorize this equation by splitting up the middle term. Usual factorization method से solve नहीं होता ये. तो यहाँ पे formula method use कर. So that is the main use of formula method. Any quadratic equation can be factorized. I repeat, any quadratic equation can be factorized by using formula method. कौन सी भी equation है, formula method use करो, you can get the answer. Right? Let us see how. Factors का ये use नहीं है अभी. Okay. So you have learned that coefficient of x squared or m squared is taken as a. Coefficient of x or m is taken as b. This is c. So a equal to 5. B equal to minus 4. C equal to minus 2. After writing this, find the value of b squared minus 4ac. That is called as b squared minus 4ac को डेल्टा बोलते हैं. डिस्क्रिमिनेंट short form is delta. So let's find that value now. B squared minus 4ac. B is minus 4. A is 5. C is minus 2. Check करो वापस. B is minus 4. Minus 4 into A is 5. C is minus 2. Square of a negative number is positive. Minus 4 into minus 2 is plus 8. Sixteen plus 40. Value of delta root 56. So while using the formula method, first of all find b squared minus 4ac. इसको डेल्टा बोलते हैं. Now we will write the main formula. आपको सबको पता ही है, m equal to, equation is in terms of m, so I am writing m. If it was in terms of x, write x. Minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac upon 2a. Let us substitute the values. b is minus 4. So minus of minus 4 plus or minus, this is nothing but delta. डेल्टा की वैल्यू इसलिए फाइंड आउट की. बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4 इज 56. 2a 2 into 5. चलो फाइंड आउट करो. गो अहेड. You know how to factorize. Take two factors of 56 such that you know the square root of one number. 28 into 2, not possible because square root of 28 is not known, square root of 2 is not known. Let us try 4 into 14. 14 4s are 56. Okay. Square root of 4 comes outside. Square root of 4 comes outside as 2. Square root of 4 comes outside as 2. बाद में क्या करना है? 2 is common from both these terms. 2 is common from both these terms. Take 2 common. Minus 2 प्लस और माइनस. यहां से 2 गया, सिर्फ रूट 14 अपॉन 10. 2 5s are 10. अभी एक आंसर प्लस में लिखो, एक आंसर माइनस में लिखो. सो m इक्वल टू -2 प्लस रूट 14 अपॉन 5 और m इक्वल टू -2 माइनस रूट 14 अपॉन 5. Because we are getting the answer in root, it was not possible for us to factorize by the usual method. So in this case, formula method becomes useful. Okay? I hope you can see this. -2 plus root 14 upon 5 और -2 minus root 14 upon 5. ऐसे दो आंसर्स आ गए. Let us take one more. Today I am going to take a bit lengthy 40-minute session so that this type will be completed. Although formula method is simple, you require all these methods, formula method factor in 11th and 12th. Okay, इसलिए मैं ले रहा हूँ ये सब. Okay, 5x squared plus 13x plus 8 equal to 0. In the textbook, the question is solved by formula method. Okay, so let us solve. A equal to 5. B equal to 13, C equal to 8. One important thing over here, for formula method, all the terms should be on the left hand side. All the terms should be on the left hand side. Completing the square method, में देखा था, x square and x keep it on one side, constant on the right hand side, and then find a, k, etc. लेकिन यहाँ पे सब terms एक side को चाहिए, a, b and c. Okay? So let us find delta. B squared minus 4ac, value of delta, B squared minus 4ac. चेक कर लो. बराबर है क्या? चेक कर लो. Okay. So after getting the value of delta, write the formula. Formula लिख लो. Now the equation is in terms of x, so you will get x over here, because roots will be represented by x. In the earlier sum it was m. Substitute the values. Minus b, minus 13. Value of delta is just 9. 2a. 2 into 5. So x is equal to square root of 9 is 3. प्लस माइनस तो ऑटोमेटिकली आता है इधर, इसलिए प्लस माइनस दिया है, बिकॉज यू आर टेकिंग द स्क्वायर रूट. सेपरेट आउट. minus 13 plus 3 upon 10. minus 13 plus 3 upon 10 or minus 13 minus 3 upon 10. What is the difference between the earlier sum and this sum? In the earlier sum you have got root 56 over there, which you wrote as 2 root 14, but here there is no root sign, because square root of 9 we get directly as 3. So in such cases you have to actually add -13 + 3 is -10. आंसर ऐसा नहीं छोड़ना है. -16 upon 10 सिंप्लीफाई करो. 2 8 जा 16, 2 5 जा 10. These are the two answers. Okay. Formula method is universal. Take any equation, any quadratic equation, you will be able to solve by formula method. But there are certain problems which are simpler to solve by factorization. Completing the square method should be used only if it is asked, right? These are the three methods of solving a quadratic equation, right? So you can take some examples. We are stopping here now. In a day or two, we'll come other with some other concept. Okay? ठीक है, मिलेंगे तो. Have a nice day. Bye.